Hey guys, what's up? That girl Patriana here, and I just want to share with you guys my 5 top travel tips and tricks that will save you a lot of money and protect you in the best way possible. Alright guys, let's get into it. So, tip number 1, when you travel within the United States, just never buy a basic fare or even internationally. When you buy a basic fare, it really kind of like sets you up for failure if something happened and you don't have like travel insurance. Buy a travel insurance if my credit card does not cover for it. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, airline like Southwest that you can cancel last minute, like 15 minutes before the flight. Guys, you can definitely keep on readjusting your fare if you see there's a lower fare. So even with like United or Delta, I think that's like based on my experience. So you can always save that extra credit and save into your account for future use. Tips number 3, guys. So I don't know if you heard about the new rules, but the FAA just published new rules that airlines are required to give the option for a cash refund for passengers whose flight got delayed by 3 hours domestically or 6 hours internationally. You don't always have to take that travel credit. You can just get your money back, but that means you also decline alternative arrangements. So just keep that in mind. Always know you're right. If you're too lazy to look it up, well, just look it up from your AI, ChatGPT, Google Gemini, or even Microsoft Copilot. But just type in the question, what is my right for like a delayed flight in the specific countries? It will look it up for you ASAP. In Europe, for example, guys, my flight got canceled. 250 euros in compensation. Depends on the distance, but it actually maxed out at 650 again based on the distance. When you get that email compensation, make sure you read it through and follow up and fill in the form and all that. Going up to tip number 4, as someone travels a lot, I have a credit card for like different airlines that I fly often with to save on baggage fees, priority boarding, because if the flight is crowded, I only have my carry-on. I want to make sure that I got space for my luggage. So just keep that in mind. So it depends on the airlines. It is an investment because at the end, you're gonna end up saving up more money and not pay for the baggage fees. Some cards that I have is like, hotel cards. I have the Marriott Bevy and the business from Amex, and also the Hilton Amex cards, and also Platinum and the Chase United because I use those cards the most. And especially what I like about the Chase card, guys, compared to Platinum, also give like a very solid travel insurance. They give me the primary rental car insurance. When you use the primary rental car insurance from Chase, make sure you read all the freaking lines to make sure that you decline every single coverage. So one time it happened to me in Paris that my husband ran over a curb and scratched the freaking tire. Ended up costing $500 because so apparently on the rate that I booked, it actually gave me some coverage. Ask them to double check for you, plan every single insurance offered, so that way it's guaranteed that something happened, your card will do the work for you. All right, guys, last tip. I think that's going to be the most important tip of all. One time we got robbed in Barcelona. Very bad Europe trip for us. Long story short, guys, go to the nearest police station, report it as soon as possible, and detail every single item that you can possibly remember. Just be as detailed as possible. It's always good to have an online purchase instead of buying in store. Or even if you're buying in store, make sure that your receipt is sent to your email, because this will come in handy when you submit all your claims for all the missing items from the insurance. So I lost my drone and my cameras. They cost a lot of money. It really pissed me off. So when I started like compiling the item that I lost and submit that paperwork, please keep in mind, guys, that everything have deductibles cut off from the final check amount that we got back from the insurance. And then your premium will go up the next year. Mine goes up by like $40. Still got almost $3,000 back so I can recover the items that I lost and repurchase them. Travel insurance, again, will not pay for any theft. It's actually gonna be your home insurance or your renter's insurance up to a certain amount, of course. Once you submit everything you got approved, please don't get your hopes up, but that they put the depreciation cost when they do their calculation. So if you buy items from like 4 years ago, you still have the receipt. They will still gonna put the value over it, but they will like reduce the price based on the past 4 years ago compared to now. But that the depreciation cost, getting something back is better than nothing at all. I ended up repurchasing the drone that I bought, and I was so sad because number one, it's that memory card that I really need. Apparently that drone back up that files in the cloud, and I didn't even remember that I did that. When I repurchased the drone and like log in again, I was like, oh my god, these are like my stolen footage, able to recover it. So I was so happy about that. If you're traveling, especially, anytime that you can back up your file, just do it right away. Not a lot of people are as lucky as me in terms of like recovering the missing files. So I know it's a lot of information, and I'm just gonna write like a quick description, just like FYI, but I found this tips and tricks are like super duper helpful, help you a lot in the long run. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.